Hello, friends. What if the shape of a river could shape the soul of a civilization? The canoe moves gently, slicing through the memory of a vanished current. The Sarasvati, once mighty and full of life, now whispers through dry earth and forgotten valleys. But in this story, she still flows, proud and powerful, at the heart of an ancient land called Sapta Sindhu, the land of the seven rivers. The Vedic seers didn't just chant mantras, they sang to mountains and spoke with rivers. These weren't just streams of water, they were living beings, mothers, goddesses, and guides. Sapta Sindhu stretched across the northwestern subcontinent, where today lie parts of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and beyond. And in this landscape, the rivers were the lifeblood of culture, politics, and belief. So, which were these seven rivers? Different lists exist, but the most common names include the Sarasvati, Sindhu, Indus, Ganga, Yamuna, Sutudrij, Vipasha, Beas, and Parushni. The Sarasvati was the jewel, described in the Rig Veda as swift-flowing, pure, and roaring like a lion. That's a pretty dramatic way to describe your local water source, unless of course it really was everything to you, and for the Vedic people, it was. Villages sprouted like mushrooms after rain along these banks. Cattle grazed, fires were lit, and poets composed hymns as twilight painted the sky. The rivers nourished their crops, quenched their thirst, and carried their hopes downstream. But the connection wasn't just practical, it was spiritual. Rivers were invoked in rituals. Their names echoed in sacrifices. Crossing a river was often seen as a symbolic passage, a journey between worlds. Let's not forget the terrain itself. The land between the rivers was fertile and varied, plains, forests, and hills. Wild beasts roamed the thickets, and lightning storms turned the sky into a theater. In these wild and unpredictable surroundings, the hymns of the Rig Veda sought to make sense of it all. Indra would be asked to defeat the demons of drought, Varuna to watch over moral order, and Agni to carry prayers into the sky. But geography didn't just shape belief, it shaped power. Control over rivers meant control over trade routes, pasture lands, and people. Even back then, it was all about location. A clan near a mighty river had better odds in everything, from agriculture to warfare to politics. And so the geography became political too. The rivers formed the borders and backbones of emerging tribes like the Bharatas, Purus, and Yadus. But here's something curious. The Vedic people moved with the rivers. When a river dried or changed course, settlements moved, myths moved, even gods moved. Over time, as Sarasvati began to fade, whether due to tectonic shifts or climate change, the cultural heartland shifted eastward toward the Ganga and Yamuna. And yet, the memory of Sarasvati lingered, in poems, in prayers, in our script today. Of course, not every day was filled with divine hymns and river chants. There were games, rivalries, and even mischief. Imagine a Vedic teenager being scolded for skipping a ritual because he was too busy racing his ox cart along the riverbank. Some things never change. As I drift onward down this imagined current, I can feel the land breathing through the verses. This was not just geography. This was destiny. Next time, we'll dive into the words themselves. The chants, the hymns, the songs that made the skies thunder and the hearts of men burn with wonder. Up next, the Rig Veda, Hymns of a New World.